What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. And for those who don't know me, I am Dee, and Laura is not here today. She's playing in the living room. But otherwise, as y'all can tell from the title of this video, I'm be doing a sit down / story time video with y'all about how and why I hate my pregnancy. A quick disclaimer though, this is not to condone any unplanned pregnancies, premarital sex, or any of that hutta. This is just from my own personal experience, and maybe to help someone out there, so I thought I should share it. And it's not to bash anyone at all. So only good vibes, and I'm not condoning anything. If you shouldn't be doing what you think that you're doing, if you think you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, rather stop. So I'm gonna be undoing my hair. Here's new hairstyle loading. But so I'm gonna be undoing my hair while I do this, and then yeah. So for those who don't know, just a bit of background. I hid my pregnancy from a lot of people. For most of them, it was my entire pregnancy, and like to this day, a lot of people still don't know that I am a mother, and they don't believe it. Some still fight me, but yeah, it is what it is. Some found out along the way, but for the most part, nobody knew for the first. Well, nobody except y'all know the story. You get the hang of it on when there's gonna be another video on how, because I'm dividing it into two parts. There's gonna be another video on how everyone else reacted to me finding out and when they found out. But yeah, basically for the most part, I hid my pregnancy, and this is a video on how I did it and why I did it. To it. So in the beginning, like you may have found out from my first trimester video, if y'all did watch it. If you haven't, do go and check it out. Otherwise, in the first trimester, I found out about my pregnancy very early on. So the first reason was that I was in denial. Before I got confirmation, I was in denial. I was in denial until I couldn't deny it anymore. It's raining, and I'm not sure if y'all can hear it, but I hope y'all can hear me. But yeah, so I was in denial, and yeah, I wasn't ready to share what I'm not even sure is true with anyone. And after I found out, I also wasn't ready to share because one, I was getting used to the idea, and I kind of wanted to keep it to myself for a moment, like just take it in, enjoy the moment, because like I said before, in my previous video, that I had kind of mixed feelings, but for the most part I was very excited and happy about it all. And because of that, and knowing that drama will come and probably negative comments and negative energy from society, and I don't know, but just the public, because me falling pregnant was a bit out of character, and yeah, so I knew there was going to be a lot of okay, at least I felt there was going to be a lot of negativity, and I wasn't ready for all that drama. So I just wanted to enjoy the moment by myself, and yeah, a bit selfish, but yeah. Another reason why I kept it to myself earlier on was because I'm a little bit superstitious. There's a lot of unsafety, or rather bad energy, that apparently gets thrown off while you're still early in your pregnancy. Like, it's based off what my mom used to tell us. Like, we should be careful earlier on in your pregnancy, because not everyone's going to be happy for you. In the same way that doesn't matter what it is that's happening in your life, not everyone's going to be happy for you or with you. They might pretend to be, but they are not really happy. And because of that, some people might try to harm you, and a lot of witchcraft and all of that chuta. So to stay on the safe side, I also avoided like announcing my pregnancy earlier on, especially in the first trimester, second trimester, because we just don't do it here at home. Like usually we like, even with my mom, like we never used to find out until like she was later on, after 6 months, closer to the due date. That's when like it's announced, and when you can't even hide it basically. But yeah, one of the major reasons why I didn't tell my family in particular, other than my sister, was because we were kind of having a conflict, I want to say, disagreement. Yeah, we had a disagreement on a topic that I'm not gonna go into, and I wanted to have that sorted out before like I announced the pregnancy, because I wasn't sure how they were gonna react to it. But yeah, so that was one of the main reasons why I kept it from my mom, because I really wanted to share it with her, but I didn't because of this reason, the misunderstanding, or rather the disagreement. And it didn't go out so well, and when I saw that it was failing, like getting to an agreement with the topic that I am not going to discuss, I decided to just let the cat out of the bag, and that's when my folks found out about my pregnancy. But anyways, so this was late second trimester going into my third trimester, so that's when they found out. But yeah, so because of that argument, I wanted it to be settled before the baby came, so that like I felt like it was going to be more positive. But it didn't work out according to plan. Not everything goes according to plan. And because of that, I decided to just let the cat out of the bag and let them know. And then after that, we as a family decided to keep it to ourselves, because of how the sperm donors family reacted to finding out that I'm pregnant. We just wanted to see how they'll react to it, or like, personally I didn't want anything to do with anyone anymore, but we wanted to see how they'll react to it, how they will, I don't know, just how they respond to finding out that I was expecting. And because of that, we wanted to just stay quiet and see what they do. And yeah, that's a story for another day. It's a whole different drama. But yeah, after that I went into lockdown, and I wasn't technically hiding it anymore, because it was unhideable, because I was showing by the time we got into third trimester. And then we went into lockdown, and well, that became easy. So yeah, so the main reasons why I hid my pregnancy was to see how the sperm donors family reacted, the disagreement with my parents, and just not ready for the drama that comes with falling pregnant unprepared, or rather before marriage. That's a huge thing in our community, and yeah, I was just not ready for that. As for how I did it, wow, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my previous videos, but I wasn't showing in my pregnancy. Though I'm petite, I didn't show until like when I was 7 months. Then you could like be like, okay, she's pregnant, but otherwise you just couldn't tell. And also I usually just wear baggy stuff, as in loose tops, hoodies, and because of that, it wasn't very hard for me it wasn't like a big deal to see me wearing something baggy. So I was wearing baggy to hide the pregnancy, but it wasn't like, people didn't find it suspicious, because I usually used to dress like that, other than the tie. Usually the tights are the ones that are tight, but otherwise on top I usually used to wear loose. And so that's one. So the first thing was, I wasn't showing until very later on. 2, I avoided wearing tight clothes, or clothes that might show. Like, I'm gonna show y'all. So there's certain tops that you can wear that kind of like, I don't know, it's like a visual distraction. Like, it distracts the person from noticing because of how busy it is. So I tried wearing such clothes, and then that helped in hiding it. And then also another thing was that I used to live alone for like the first 5 months of my pregnancy, going on 6. I lived on my own, and I also worked often while where I lived, so my flatmate couldn't pick it up because I was always up and down. I was studying and working part-time, so going in and out didn't help because they don't see me for too long. And yeah, and then even when I moved back with my family, I only went to work and back because I'm not the outing type of girl. We did go to a strawberry farm once with my friends. They all go when they found out about me being pregnant or having a baby. That is always the topic that comes on. They're like, when did she fall pregnant? Because we saw her then, and that time I was like 5 months pregnant and not showing. But yeah, so I didn't go out much. We only went down to the strawberry farm. Other than that, we went to the president's inauguration with my sister. That was when I was 7 months pregnant, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, so yeah, I just didn't go out much, so it was easy for me to, for first and second trimester I didn't show. Third trimester, by second trimester I changed into avoiding tight clothing, and by the time we got to the third trimester, we went into lockdown due to COVID, and that just made everything easy. Like, I didn't even have to hide anything because we were under lockdown. And since I am not progressing so well, like, I've only done this part, you'll see. So I'm gonna go and do this, and then, oh yeah, and that, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So I'm gonna finish this and then come back to y'all.
A few moments later.
And I'm done. Anyways, so the ultimate tips on how to hide I feel like if you are keeping it to yourself and you haven't told anyone already, for those who are trying to hide their pregnancy, I'm not here to judge you right now, and you haven't told anyone, I do suggest that you tell someone, because it is still wonderful news, even though people might take it, might be hurt by it, might be disappointed, or whatever your case is, because I know there's a whole bunch of reasons as to why one would want to hide it. But whatever your reason is, it's always good to tell someone and confide in someone and just share the joy, because like they say that a problem shared is half the burden, but joy shared is twice the happiness. I'm not sure about the saying itself, I'll have to look it up, but anyway, something like that. But when you share happiness, it becomes more. So just share it with someone you trust, someone, a pastor, a friend, a family member, a sister, cousin, and if you still find that it is difficult to share with all of those people, there's also a world of internet friends who are going through the same thing, and sharing with them, they don't know you, they can't judge you. So with mine, I actually fell into that squad by mistake. So it's on my calendar, so it's like a calendar app for your periods, right? So I didn't know there was like this forum whereby people chat about the problems that they're facing with their periods and stuff. So there was also one whereby there were the pregnant one, like there's different sections and stuff. But yeah, you basically share your story, and then people give you advice, you ask questions, they give you advice and all of that, and it's like people who are going through the same situation as you, and also they kind of help you with tips and things you can look out for and all of that. So don't think you're alone in this world, so just reach out and don't go through it alone. But yeah, that is it from me today, guys. Stay tuned for part 2 on how everyone found out, when they found out, how they reacted and all of that. But yeah, that's it from me. Until next time, y'all. Ciao.